Yo, what's good? The name is Yummy and you're watching Yummy Speaks, and it's so good to be back. And today we're gonna be reviewing a movie called Gifted Hands. And Gifted Hands is part of the list that I love to call movies that you might have missed but still can change your life. And for starters, I think we should start by watching the trailer first and then we move on.
The heartwarming true story of a mother's love and determination that inspired an ordinary boy.
You weren't meant to be a failure, Benny.
To reach extraordinary heights.
You did very well, Dr. Carson. She came through just fine.
Thank you.
Academy Award winner Cuba Gooding Jr. and Kimberly Elise. Gifted Hands, the Ben Carson story.
Awesome, that was short, straight to the point. The movie is called Gifted Hands, Ben Carson story, based on a true story. So the setting of the movie is basically regional from 1961 to 1987, and the cast is brilliant. We have Cuba Gooding Jr. from Fighting Temptations, Empire. I'm just speaking randomly, but recently I've seen him on Empire, and he's a good actor. And Kimberly Elise starred on A Diary of a Mad Black Woman, an amazing throwback movie as well. And lastly, Johann Elise from Quantico. She's also a brilliant actor, but then what's recent I remember her from is Quantico. And the plot of the movie, it's basically like this. It starts from 1987, Germany. A couple is is suspecting twins, and then they end up having twins that are conjoined, that have a craniopangus condition where the back of the heads are joined together. And then Ben Carson is a renowned neurosurgeon, and then he gets the call from Germany, and then he goes there, and then he sees the situation. At first he says no, because no one had done it, and one baby usually survived in such a situation, but then he would love to save them both, is it? So he said no, but then he eventually took up the challenge, and then he asked for 4 months to prepare. So they take us back to 1961, where we were shown his childhood, how he got to where he is right now. And it was tough. That's where the story was, because he was a boy of color in a classroom full of white people, and he was failing dismally in class. He used to get dissed, you are a dumb person, and so forth, to a point by he thought he was actually dumb. But his mom, a single mom, had it in her mind that she wanted the best for her children. So she pushed, because he had a sibling, an older brother. So she pushed the two of them to their greatest potential. I remember a part where the mom said mom was coming from therapy because she had gone through a very torrid time with the husband. Like, the husband was dealing drugs and so forth, so they got a divorce, and the mom had to work on herself, and then went back and then saw the kids watching too much television, and then she said, no, you watch too much television, you need to read, because you never know. If you do very well, it's long till folks start watching you on television. So what she did is this: she introduced a reading program. Kids went to the library, get 2 books, submit a report after every week, telling me what you've read and what you've understood. Funny enough, the mom couldn't read, but she found a way, but she still pushed her children to it. And then that's how he became a genius. Ben Carson he actually got a scholarship to learn at Yale University, where he studied medicine, and he was always fascinated about the mind, and then he ended up taking it into consideration and becoming a neurosurgeon. And the funny thing is, the torrid time he went through, disbelief and actually believing that he can actually do this. And he became, at the age of 33 years, became the director of the pediatric John Hopkins Children's Hospital. The director of it was like the first man of color to get that post. Alright, cool. So what I loved about the movie, I summed it up in takeaways, what you can take away from the movie. Firstly, you're not dumb. You are not dumb. You're a smart individual. You can do anything. You're not dumb. You can do anything, provided you want to work for it. You can do anything anyone else is doing, but you can do it better. Don't be discouraged if everybody's doing it, especially if it's a good thing. Do also and put your unique twist and so forth, and it'll be great. Goes on to the next point. Don't listen too much. I know listening is powerful, but don't listen too much, especially to the negative stuff, because it can eat away your potential. And in this movie, I saw it happening where he thought he couldn't do it, but then he ended up doing it. And also imagination. You have an imagination. Everybody does have an imagination. Use it. See, the mind is a miracle. The mind is a facet of so many things that we can accomplish. I'm not trying to be motivational right now, but then I'm rapping the truth right there. If you sit down to understand what your mind can do, trust me, an imagination is really a strong point to any individual, especially for artists or creators. You know, he was in a point whereby he wanted to figure out how he's gonna separate two twins and both of them survive. But he understood that the power is literally with him. All he had to do was just consult God, pray about it, and really research about it. And also, the world is full of everybody else. There's a time where he wanted to make an excuse where he said, everybody else is doing it, everybody else is doing it. The world is full of everyone else, and you need to focus on yourself sometimes. And as well, there's nothing that you learn that is useless. You know, we learn from different spheres in life, and you need to actually observe whatever you learn, because you might use it in your profession and whatsoever that you do. And also, I learned about classical music. That's how I got to love classical music. Classical music is amazing. It's amazing. And then I read from the book that changed my life. Is called Accelerated Learning. It talks about the brain and so many things, how to really function. And when I read the part where it talks about music, I was ecstatic. I was happy because music has changed my life. I use it in spoken word and so forth, and I love it. And what do I hate about the movie? Nothing, to be honest. I feel like it was sharp, to the point. The story was told fantastic. And what else? Yeah, I love the movie generally. Who do I recommend the movie to? Anybody who's feeling down, who's in disbelief that they can do anything in this world. And also, if you have low esteem, low confidence, this is your movie right there. If you want to start something, this is your movie right there. If you teach kids, if you have parents, if you're an influencer, this is a very good movie to recommend to your close people as well. How do I rate this movie? First of all, let me just point out what they have won the award, so that I will really sum it up. Very nice. They won the Epiphany Award for Best Inspiring Television Movie, that's 2010, and they won the Grace Award for Inspiring Television as well. 2 awards in the same year. So to me, the movie is an 8 out of 10, and I love it. It's a retro movie. It was done in 2009. That was the published date. I feel like it's a really good movie. Slightly confession. I had it in my laptop, but then I didn't watch it. But then I accidentally bumped into it on cable, and I watched it I think more than 3 times because of the message and so forth. So that's it for now. Funny thing about movies is this: everybody's just doing this thing whereby what's on the list on the best CEOs, the book list and whatsoever. I'm not saying reading is bad, but I'm also saying the stuff that we can learn from movies. Movies can also change your life. So I'm all about inspiring movies. So drop me any movie suggestion that you think this is really inspiring and this is worth my time as well. And in that regard, that is what I had for you today. And please continue watching the space. If you haven't liked, please do like my stuff. And I have a new video that I dropped. It's called Words. If you haven't checked it out, please do check it out and tell me what you think. So with that regard, thank you very much for watching. The name is Yami, always doing things that matter. Last statement: you can do anything anyone else is doing, and you can do it better.